Into You Like a Train, the psychedelic verse. I was listening to this old favorite tune while I was going through some of my old writing, something that needed to be polished into life, and I noticed a pretty strange phenomenon. I write including trains a whole lot. And I remember thinking this was strange, and as I do, I started researching this. I think that maybe I'm not as strange as I'd like to believe sometimes, yet again. In the poem To a Fat Lady Seen from a Train by Frances Darwin Cornford, the metaphor of a train is used to convey the idea of missing out on sensual experiences and love. The poet questions why the woman walks so much through the fields in gloves, missing out on so much, with the gloves serving as a metaphor for her refusal to engage with life and love. Here's the poem in a link. To the lady seen from the train. Oh, why do you walk through the fields in gloves, missing so much and so much? Oh, fat white woman whom no one loves, why do you walk through fields in gloves when the grass is soft as the breast of doves and shivering sweet to the touch? Oh, why do you walk through the fields in gloves, missing you so much and so much? And there's a link to the poem in the descriptions. Now, for a completely different example, we've got Emily Dickinson. She has a poem, I'd Like to See It Lap the Miles, where the train is metaphorically described as a giant horse, marveling at its strength and at its power. I like to see it lap the miles by Emily Dickinson. I like to see it lap the miles and lick the valleys up and stop to feed itself in tanks and then prodigious step around a pile of mountains and supercilious pier in the shanties by the sides of roads and a quarry pare to fit its sides, complaining all the while in horrid hooting stanza, then chase itself down a hill, and neigh like the Borgers, then prompter like than a star, stop, docile and omnipotent at its own table's door. You can find that one at the Poetry Foundation. We think about Maya Angelou for a lot of things, and this poem, Touched by an Angel, uses the metaphor of a train to describe love's thunderous arrival, emphasizing its unmistakable and powerful nature. Touched by an angel. We, accustomed to courage, exiles from delight, live coiled in shells of loneliness until love leaves its high holy temple and comes into our sight to liberate us into life. And love arrives, in its train come ecstasies, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity in the flush of love's light. We dare be brave, and suddenly we see that love costs us all we are and all will ever be. Yet it's only love which sets us free. Also found on allpoetry.com. Now, these examples illustrate how poets have used the metaphor of a train to convey various aspects of love and a human experience. To the Train Lover, a poem by Phil J. Hambling. The Train of Love, a poem by Edward Kofi Lewis. And Love Train, a Love Train poem by Mark Hopwood. Poets use trains as a symbol of love in various ways. In the poem Journey of the train is depicted as a symbol of life's journey, connecting people in their shared quest for love, meaning, and endless light. The Train of Life. At birth, we boarded the train and met our parents, and we believe they will always travel by our side. However, at some station, our parents will step down from the train, leaving us on this journey alone. As time goes by, other people will board the train, and they will be significant. Our siblings, friends, children, maybe even the love of your life. Many will step down and leave a permanent vacuum. Others will go so unnoticed that we don't realize they vacated their seats. This train ride will be full of joy, sorrow, fantasy, expectations, hellos, goodbyes, and farewells. Success consists on having a good relationship with all the passengers, requiring that we give the best of ourselves. The mystery to everyone is we do not know at which station we ourselves will step down, so we must live in the best way. Love, forgive, and offer the best of who we are. It's important to do this because when the time comes for us to step down and leave our seat empty, we should leave behind beautiful memories for those who will continue to travel on the train of life. I wish you a joyful journey on the train of life. Reap success and give lots of love. And more importantly, thank God for the journey. Lastly, I thank you for being one of the passengers on my train. And similar, Walt Whitman wrote a poem to a locomotive in winter which describes the train as a powerful symbol representing a greater strength in the country and in its people. The rhythmic movement of a train is often used to symbolize the passage of time and the interconnectedness of people, while its steady rhythmic essence conveys resilience, determination, and the universal human experience of hope and despair. These examples illustrate how poets use trains as powerful symbol to represent love, humanity, experience, and the journey of life. And what of life's journey? Poets have used trains as a symbol of life's journey by portraying them as a powerful metaphor for the passage of time, the interconnectedness of people, and the universal human experiences of hope and despair. It's often employed to symbolize resilience, determination. Trains in literature and art have been significant symbols for connecting people and reflecting on our human experiences, the ones that transcend cultural boundaries. Poets use various literary devices such as personification, metaphors, and imagery to convey these themes. Overall, the symbol of a train in poetry represents the ongoing journey of life and the experiences shared by all. So, besides the ones that are mentioned, what are some of the ones that you know about? Let me know in your comments. What are some of the examples that use trains as a symbol of life's journey? One to think about is the journey of the train from Story Arcadia. 2 hours on the train by Abdelatif Labi. And there's many others to be recognized here that I just can't do. In closing, though, I would offer my own jumbled up version of these things. I hope that you enjoy them and that you visit all of our videos and our podcasts. And even though I may or may not be an academic, or I may or may not be an outlaw poet, you can see it on YouTube at our channel, where you can support us by joining us. Our biggest challenges right now is going to be our subscriber views and plays on our YouTube and our podcast. So that's our biggest push right now for subscriptions and plays. You'll find the links in the descriptions. You got bit.ly sidvid, bit.ly socialyetdistanced, and bit.ly all sid, SYD. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great afternoon. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Like, share, tell all your friends, send an email to your grandmother. Thanks. Bye.